Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today is a bit of a different video. This is more for the OG people from BDS that know our history with the 4-cylinder BMWs. As you know, we've been tuning them for a very long period of time. We are aware of their faults and flaws and whatever goes wrong and what goes right. There's one thing that is very common to fail on them once you start taking them to serious RPM, which is this, the reluctor ring. So, where is this located? The reluctor ring is located on a crankshaft bolted in here, onto the crankshaft at the end of it. And we have seen a few cases of them failing. Now, when it becomes really annoying is when it happens to us on an engine that has been built not long, and then we have to strip the full engine because this has decided to fail. So the engine was revving to 8,500 RPM, and the reluctor ring decided that no longer wanted to be attached to the crank, and it snapped a chunk out of it, ending in the sump. What does this cause? The engine will not run anymore. It will not start because this is where the crank sensor picks the signal from. So from the moment it fails, you no longer have a valid crank signal. So we have come across a problem that we had to find a solution because there's nothing available on the market for this. In the past, we have had reinforced them with success, but even the reinforced ones could fail. This is what has happened to our one. So we had some plates that we welded from here to here, but the problem is it changes the strength of the metal itself because it's welded. As you know, heat changes the characteristics of the metal, and then it will crack or near the weld or whatever it might be, and then it will still break. So we had to come to this. So this is a full CNC piece, complete. It replicates what this one does, but it's a solid piece. So other engines like S54s, M54s have a solid one of these. Now I tried to retrofit one of those into these ones, but they have a different diameter, so they do not fit. Now this is the solution we found. So this is aimed to those that want to build a 4-cylinder that can rev reliably without having the reluctor rings exploding. It's like they don't cause a drastic fail. The only problem with it is the only way to replace them is by strip the short block all apart to remove the crank and put it on. Because once this is in the block, there's no way for you to remove this part. So the crank is held by the mains, then at the front you'll have the oil pump where all the casings are, so there's no other way to change this other than take the full engine apart. And this is where the problem lays. So if you're doing a build, an M44 build, you're planning to rev, even if you're not, now they are getting a bit old as well, so the metal will have some fatigue, though it's more likely to fail. We actually start seeing more this happening, so this is why we've decided to have these ones made up. So if you are on a build for a new engine, this is a definite must if you want it to rev reliably. After installing this, the crankshaft has to be fully balanced with this on. It's not like just bolt it on and assemble it, no. Because this has a different mass to this, it's slightly heavier, but it will not fail. So this is what you have to do. Install, balance it, put it in the engine and then forget about it. So this will address the problem these M44s suffer with.